Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell was born on December 18, 2001, in Los Angeles, California, into a family where creativity wasn't just encouraged, it was a way of life. Her parents, Maggie Baird and Patrick O'Connell, were both artists in their own right. Maggie was a talented actress, voice artist, and screenwriter, while Patrick worked in film and television and had a passion for music. Raised in the Highland Park neighborhood, Billie grew up in a modest household where imagination, emotion, and artistic freedom were more important than convention or wealth. From the start, Billie's world was different. She and her brother Phineas were homeschooled, allowing them to develop at their own pace, outside the structure of traditional education. This upbringing fostered independence and innovation. Their parents taught them by integrating art, culture, and music into their everyday learning. The siblings were constantly surrounded by instruments and recording gear, which sparked their early interest in music. From a very young age, Billie explored piano, ukulele, and singing, while Phineas honed his skills in music production and songwriting. At the age of 8, Billie joined the Los Angeles Children's Chorus, where she trained in classical vocal techniques. Though she appreciated the discipline, Billie longed for something more expressive and free. Her desire to explore darker, more intimate emotions found no space in the structured setting of choral music. But it was this foundation that gave her the vocal control and technique that would later define her distinctive sound. Billie and Phineas began recording music in his small bedroom studio, experimenting with ideas, layering vocals, and playing with minimalist, often eerie beats. In 2015, at the age of 13, Billie recorded a song Phineas had written called Ocean Eyes. It was initially made for a dance recital and uploaded to SoundCloud with no expectations. But overnight it caught fire. The haunting vocals and ethereal production drew attention from bloggers, music lovers, and eventually record labels. Ocean Eyes went viral and became the catalyst for Billie's meteoric rise. Soon after, Billie signed with Interscope Records and began releasing a string of emotionally charged singles. Tracks like 6 Feet Under Bellyache and I Don't Wanna Be More demonstrated her ability to blend poetic lyrics with haunting melodies. Unlike the glossy, manufactured pop dominating the charts, Billie's music felt raw, vulnerable, and strikingly honest. She didn't dress the part of a typical pop star either. Her baggy clothes, neon hair, and grunge-meets-goth fashion sense became a symbol of rebellion and individuality. In 2017, her debut EP Don't Smile at Me was released. With each track, Billie peeled back layers of her personality at once tender, melancholic, and sharply witty. Songs like My Boy and Watch stood out for their clever lyrics and stripped-down production. Largely handled by Phineas, the EP was a slow burner, gaining traction through streaming platforms and viral support. It was clear Billie was more than a trend. She was building a movement. 2019 marked a turning point in her life and career with the release of her debut album. This album wasn't just music, it was an experience. Opening with a tongue-in-cheek intro and diving into tracks like Bad Guy, Zanny, and You Should See Me in a Crown, Billie's debut explored mental health, fame, fear, and teenage angst with unflinching honesty. The album topped charts in more than 15 countries and earned critical acclaim for its originality and depth. Bad Guy became a global sensation. Its thumping bass line, quirky rhythm changes, and anti-hero lyrics made it an anthem for outsiders everywhere. The track topped the Billboard Hot 100, making Billie the first artist born in the 2000s to hit #1. At just 17, she had reshaped the pop music landscape. At the 2020 Grammy Awards, Billie made history by sweeping the 4 major categories: Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist, becoming the youngest artist ever to do so. It was a stunning moment of recognition, and Billie used her acceptance speeches to express humility, gratitude, and even discomfort with the spotlight. But Billie's fame came at a cost. In interviews, she spoke candidly about the pressures of being constantly watched, judged, and criticized. From body shaming to privacy invasion, Billie faced challenges most teenagers could hardly imagine. Yet she used her platform to address these struggles head-on. Her 2021 documentary, Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry, gave fans a raw, behind-the-scenes look into her life, showing the toll of success, the burden of perfectionism, and the importance of family and creative freedom. In 2020, Billie became the youngest artist to ever write and record a James Bond theme song with No Time to Die. The song won a Grammy, a Golden Globe, and an Academy Award, further solidifying her status as a cultural icon. The track's haunting, orchestral sound highlighted her growth as an artist and the expanding scope of her musical ambition. In 2021, she released her second studio album, Happier Than Ever. Unlike her first, this album had a softer, more introspective tone. It was an exploration of adulthood, heartbreak, and disillusionment. Songs like Your Power addressed abuse and manipulation, while the title track transformed from a gentle acoustic ballad into a full-throttle expression of rage and freedom. The album debuted at #1 and was praised for its emotional depth and artistic evolution. One of the most talked-about moments of her career came with her dramatic image change. On the cover of British Vogue, Billie appeared with platinum blonde hair and vintage lingerie, a stark contrast to her usual oversized streetwear. The shoot was a personal and public declaration of agency. Billie made it clear that her body, her image, and her choices were hers alone. This act sparked global conversations about autonomy, identity, and the toxic scrutiny women face in the public eye. Billie also became an advocate for environmental issues and mental health. She launched initiatives to reduce waste on her tour, supported climate action groups, and used her platform to speak out about anxiety, depression, and the importance of therapy. Unlike many celebrities who avoid political stances, Billie was never afraid to speak her mind, whether it was about social justice, body positivity, or youth empowerment. As she toured the world with Happier Than Ever, Billie's live shows became more than concerts. They were immersive emotional experiences. Fans described them as therapeutic and deeply personal. Billie's ability to create intimacy with an audience of thousands was unmatched. She would often stop mid-show to check in with fans, speak openly about mental health, and encourage connection and kindness. By 2024, Billie had become a multi-hyphenate icon. She expanded into voice acting, fashion collaborations, and even fragrance design. She launched a line of cruelty-free perfumes and appeared in campaigns promoting sustainability in the beauty industry. Every venture stayed true to her brand, authentic, edgy, and deeply personal. As of 2025, Billie is working on her third studio album. While details remain under wraps, insiders suggest that it will be her most experimental and sonically ambitious work yet. Influences from jazz, alternative rock, and electronic ambient textures are rumored to blend into a new direction. But true to form, Billie remains unpredictable. Fans wait with anticipation, knowing that whatever she delivers, it will be bold, emotional, and uniquely hers. Billie Eilish's journey is more than just a success story, it's a revolution. She changed the way the music industry views youth, femininity, and vulnerability. In an era dominated by algorithm-driven hits and manufactured personas, Billie stood out by doing the opposite, being herself. Honest, flawed, and fearless, from a teenage bedroom studio to global stardom, Billie has remained grounded in what matters most: her art, her family, and her truth. She's not just the voice of a generation, she's its heart, expressing the hidden anxieties, hopes, and dreams that so many are afraid to say aloud. In just a few years, Billie Eilish has become one of the most influential artists of the 21st century. And the most exciting part, she's only getting started.